And then they asked if anyone else wanted to have an aliyah. And so I raised my hand, and I felt like this was my opportunity to show them that like I belong, that I'm a Jew. So I asked for an aliyah, and I got up there, and I don't know how many times before then I had already been called to the Torah. It had been hundreds, not to mention like times I'd been in services where I'd heard them thousands of times. I did not have a siddur in front of me, and I started the blessing, and I messed up the words. And as soon as I did, everyone corrected me. But I remember that feeling at that moment that I'd been set up for that test for myself, and I had failed it, and I really wanted the earth to swallow me up in that moment. It was so painful. And I came back from that night, from that day, and I called my mother that night, and I'd already also had this experience where someone else in Israel had said to me, well, I'm sorry I can't meet with you because I only teach Torah to Jews and you are not a Jew. And so I remember calling my mother and saying, that's it, I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't think I want to be a Jew anymore. And I said, no one would know. I don't have a Jewish face. I don't have a Jewish name. Like I could just disappear as a Jew and no one would, no one know the difference. And my mother said, is that really possible? And it was probably not until that moment when I considered just stopping it all that I realized how much it was just who I was, and that I could no sooner shed that than I could shed being Korean, or shed being a woman, shed any other part of me that is essential and is deeply rooted. But it took kind of to the point of a breaking point before I really recognized how much it was there. And I was 20 years old at that point.